My name is Kat Matthews and I am here to win Challenge Roth. I think Challenge Roth for me is a sort of exhibition race along with this challenge of finding your own personal limits. It feels less about a sort of world championship podiums, title on the line. It's more about finding my best possible performance and hoping that obviously wins me the race, but it feels more internal, like the pressure and my drive is more about my own limitations. I've been here a couple of days, and here in Roth, I think it's an incredible sort of town community already. Even though the race has yet to sort of begin, the expo isn't up, and everybody, the community, the people living here, everyone's so welcoming. The whole town has already embraced this race. And I think even cycling the course yesterday, I can see why people keep coming back year after year.
Like basically preparing himself to get in the water, yeah.
Some days are really tough, and I think there's a perception that as a professional athlete that you don't have those tough days and every day comes easy. But I am very accepting of those bad days. My main focus has been just be positive and embrace the training as best I can every day, that it's a new opportunity every morning to get up and try and be better. Mark, what session am I doing, babe?
So 60 to 75 minutes.
Yeah.
With something like 5 by 20 seconds at big power.
Okay.
Within a minute, so like do 20 on, 40 off times 5.
Yeah.
Just to feel
20
good.
on, 40 off times 5, yeah. With this race, I'm racing people who have raced here before, and I think coming into a race where they know the course can put you on the back step mentally. And by using ROUVY for wrecking the course while I've been at home, I think it's removed that as an anxiety. I've been able to see how there are technical elements to it, learning those key elements, knowing where the hills are, knowing like how the hills feel, like in terms of how long I'm going to be at or above threshold power. And then riding it yesterday, it didn't feel too sort of new. It felt like I knew where these key features were, and there was no real surprises.
So from here out to the end, back to here is 7K.
Perfect.
Which is about perfect, I reckon.
Not quite enough.
Yeah, I thought that, but I would rather it be not enough than too much.
Perfect. Running gives me total sense of freedom. There's no mechanical issues that can go wrong. You're totally in control. If you need a little walk, you can have a little walk. Whereas when you're on the bike, obviously you can't just stop. And I think I'm in a really good run shape, and I am really excited to see how far I can push myself in that last 10K. hardest thing and the thing you can't prepare for is what your emotions are going to be when you see the race unfold in front of you. For me, the swim really dictates my mindset. If I get dropped so quickly.
Now, we do know Kat Matthews is out in 58.13, so 6 minutes deficit on our leader, Lucy Charles-Barclay.
I can find myself in a negative mindset, and I find it very hard to come out of that, so that's the entire race. I'm on the back step of chase, chase, chase. Come on, you're not good enough. Come on, be better. And I think those things are really hard to prepare for.
Matthews in 5th position, still 12 minutes 50 back. We talked about that. I think it's just not Kat's day.
Kat's day. It's not she's having a terrible day, but it's just not the run that we are accustomed to seeing from Kat Matthews.
I think the biggest difference about Challenge Roth for me compared to the other races is that it's away from this pure focus of a world title. And even though I'm here to win the race, and the title of Challenge Roth means is its own entity, it feels like there's less of this drive for a world title, and it's more about a best effort of myself. I can. The phrase "I can" gave me this sort of empowerment that I can try. It's not about can achieving X, Y, or Z or go as fast as possible. It's like I can try. And that's always in my control at any moment, whether it's a good moment or a hard moment or someone else is doing something. It's like I can still try. I think it would be very cool if people did see that, you know, us as professionals in this race are really just the same as everybody else racing.
The bit we're going to do is like 6-7
Okay, nice.
from now on. And you kind of just run up this hill through the woods and then into a little town on a totally flat course.
They don't talk about this, do they?
No, I think I cried when I ran around that corner and saw it. But I'm done.
You know, we've put just as much of our sort of effort into the race as any of the amateurs, and we're all just trying to get the best out of ourselves.
Running to glory. Come on.
And I hope that that's inspiring to know, you know, that people find that inspiring, which is bizarre, but that we can work together to just better ourselves as a collective.
A full story that I heard earlier with Daisy Davis, probably not many people know this, but last year she was on a pretty, I guess you could say, average bike, and, you know, she was a beginner in the sport. And Kat Matthews donated a whole group set, disc wheel, front wheel, everything to Daisy. Yeah. And, like, that's just how cool our sport is. And I know some people can't get their head around it, like, why would you help your competitor? But
I really want it to be a positive sum, sort of, for everyone.